Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Todd with Hogs and Sticks. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button first and then like and share my channel. Listen, I hope that you get some use out of this video today. This is one I've been working on to try to get some experience and get some understanding of this product. So today we are talking about the Ruroc carbon fiber Ruby helmet. First time I bought a helmet based on one safety aspect. I was really looking for something that had safety in mind. Ruroc nailed it when it came to that, and we'll go over some of that stuff. But what I'm going to go over real quick is I've rode roughly 150, 200 miles with this helmet, and this is what this is kind of what I think of the helmet. Honest opinion, I bought this helmet with my own money. This is no sponsorship. This is not a free helmet. I bought this and pretty glad I did. All right, let's get into it real quick. So first thing, this is the first thing I learned with this helmet. I was out riding and I'm like, man, this thing is super noisy, right? And I didn't realize that when I thought it was closed, the visor was closed, it wasn't. The visor, if you push down here, it actually snaps shut and that seals it. I didn't do that, and because I didn't do that, there was a ton of wind coming in. However, this is not the quietest helmet I've wore. It's quieter than my HJC, but it's still a little bit noisy. So if you're looking for a helmet that has a little less noise inside, you may want to look somewhere else. As far as, like I said, safety goes and all that stuff, spot on, Ruroc, great job. All right, vent system. You've got vent on the top. Okay, now when I was wearing this helmet, it was roughly 60 degrees, and then I rode a few times when it was in the 40s and 50s, and I could feel some air flowing through the helmet. The front one, I'm not a big fan of this. This on the front, the vent on the front here, you have to put your thumb up inside the helmet to open and close this. So you gotta go up in here. So either you're sticking your thumb up underneath your chin to open and close it, or you're going down inside, or you just leave it open or leave it closed. Either way, not a big fan of that. I do like that it's a little cleaner on the side, but I wish they would have come up with something maybe on the edge down here where you can slide it to open it. I don't know what that would take, but anyway. Some of the things I love about the helmet is, like I said, once you close it, you need to snap it shut. But my other helmet, you have either closed or open. Ruroc did a great job, man. You can crack that just a little bit, let some air flow through your helmet, and it locks in position. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it locks in each position. So I really like that because I can ride and I don't have to worry about the visor coming back down or have it halfway up and the wind blows it back. So I kind of like that. This new locking mechanism, which is called the FidLock. Love it. It takes a little bit getting used to if you're used to the D-ring. On my half helmet up on the shelf there, it has a ratchet set up, so you just pull a tab and it undoes it, and then you got to, sometimes the ratchet gets hung up. FidLock, I like it. I mean, literally, I'm trying to do it with one hand, boom. One hand and snap shut. Take this, pull it's open. The little red tabs here, emergency pull tabs, responders, they grab those and pull them. They can pull the pads out and get the helmet off a little bit easier. This helmet has, and this is something I'm not used to, but I actually like it. But there's a like and dislike to it. So this neck skirt, I really like it, especially in the wintertime, because it kind of closes off around your neck. I still wear a gaiter, but it kind of closes off around your neck. What I don't like about it, I'm going to show you what I don't like about it, is getting the damn helmet on. And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not over exaggerating. It's just trying to, and there, once you got it on, man, good fit. Cheek pads fit nice in there. They're not squeezing my face up around the top. Great fit, I like that. Now getting it off is the same thing. It's a chore. So now what I do is I take it by the sides and pull it up. Again, this neck skirt, it kind of pulls on you a little bit. I'm gonna guess, I've not rode on this in this helmet in the summertime, but I'm gonna guess that in the summertime, this is a really hot helmet. But I'm gonna give it a shot. When it's 95 degrees, I tend to wear a half helmet anyway, but I'm going to try to wear a full face as much as I can, just from a safety aspect. Yeah, okay, another cool thing. Most helmets, you can take the visors off really quick. This, you just turn these on the side here. I'm making it look difficult, but it's not. Turn those, that pops off. Turn the other side, that one pops off. Done deal. Easy. I mean, these are, I'll throw my tinted visor that came with my helmet. I didn't have to buy a tinted visor. Came with my helmet, put it in my tour pack, and when I'm traveling, if I need to swap out during the day and then at night I can put the clear one back on. One thing I will recommend on this helmet is definitely get the pin lock. Here's where where Ruroc pin lock is an improvement, in my opinion, to my old pin lock on my HJC. Is Ruroc, theirs is made specifically for their helmet, and it hits the entire perimeter of this face shield. So when you're wearing it, you don't see the lines on the outside of the perimeter of that pin lock. Love that. My other helmet, you can always see the lines, and man, when it comes to visual stuff, I nitpick, right? So when I get a little scuff on my helmet or something, on the visor or something, it really bothers me. So those lines bother me, but on this helmet they don't. Your field of vision, they nailed it. This is a huge field of vision, and what I found when I was wearing this Ruroc helmet, and this is the AT 4.0. What I found with this helmet is I didn't have to turn my head every time I wanted to see something just out of the side, like your peripheral vision. I didn't want to have to turn my head all the way. My other helmets, I have to turn a little more to look. You really get a larger field of vision with this helmet. Cool design. All my helmets have always just been round helmets, nothing. This really is a cool add to it. I love it. Little aerodynamics there. And the air flows through these two vents over the top, vents out here. I don't know if any of the other vents, I'm assuming your side vents, these here, I'm assuming those come through and come out the back, but I'm not 100% sure on those. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Some other cool stuff. The sound system that you can get that you can buy through the Ruroc website is the Shockwave. I did a little research on it. It's kind of cool. The only thing I didn't like about it is the control buttons are on the back here. So I will probably go with my old Cardo. I gave my old one to my wife, so I'm gonna buy a new one. And I don't do no high price Cardo. I think mine's the Spirit. It's like 80 something on Amazon. So I just put that on the side. I kind of like just being able to reach up and adjust my sound and do what I have to do there. I do use that for the sound on my videos, so I've got to get that installed on the helmet. Let's talk about some safety about the helmet. I know I talked about these emergency pull tabs right here. That's one safety aspect. The other one, I've got some notes here we'll go through. It is DOT and ECE certified, so safety was an important thing for me, and it seems like Ruroc really nailed it with the safety. The other cool safety aspect of this helmet is and I might get this wrong, so I've got it written down here, the Rheon impact liner. So, and you can look up here, and I've got the little picture of it right there. It's like the blue, there's a blue, they're like little blue bubbles. You can see in the picture here. They're pretty cool, man. But impact, it'll help with impact. That's a great add to the safety aspect of this helmet. Let's talk about sizing. So, a little bit different than my other helmets. I always wore a 2XL in my other helmets, and when I first put this helmet on, I bought the XL, and that's what this one was the large, extra large. And that's, once I measured my head, and you measure from the little bump on the back of your head there, unless you got the hot dog pack on the back of your head, you get the little knot on the back of your head, measure around the circumference of your head. It's all on their website. You can check it out there. So I measured my head, I ordered the helmet that it said I should have, and I figured if it doesn't fit the way I like it, well, then I'll send it back and get a different size. Here's what made me realize. I think I've been wearing the wrong size helmet all these years. I think my XXL, I think, was the wrong size helmet. I put this helmet on, the crown of the helmet felt just set over my head. It doesn't leave a mark. It doesn't feel like it's pressing on my head. What I do feel is a little more pressure in the cheeks, and I know my helmet, this will break in a little bit. I do like the ease of getting the pads out, so I was able to take the pads out and I squished them. So I put, what I did is I put them on a table and put them between a couple books and just smashed them down a little bit. And I did that for about a week, and it worked. So I don't know. I think the size may be a little bit off, but it definitely, after I did that, it fits really well. I can, one of my problems is if I wear one that's too tight on my cheeks, I got a little chubby cheeks sometimes, and like I like to chew gum when I'm riding sometimes. So the way the cheek pads were when I first put them on, and I know there's a break-in period, you couldn't do that because you'd be biting the side of your cheeks. It squeezed that much. So that helped. It's a little tip. If you want to try it, try it. Let's talk about a few of the cons. So the pros, you heard all the pros about this helmet. Some of the cons I want to talk about is, again, I think it's going to be a little bit hotter helmet in the summertime. I'm in Middle Tennessee, so if you're in like Florida, maybe Georgia, something like that, it's going to be a little hotter in the summertime. But I'm really interested to see how it works when I get into summer and how far I can go into summer with temperatures and stuff. Middle Tennessee, we get about 95 degrees, but it gets humid here, so we'll have to play that by ear. I am taking a trip from Middle Tennessee down the Natchez Trace to Mississippi. I plan on wearing this helmet in June, so we'll see how that performs. Price point, I don't know, man. I've spent $150 to $200 on helmets, and I was really going for the style of the helmet, not the performance of the helmet, and not the safety performance aspect of the helmet. This time I went for the safety aspect, and I think if you're really worried about your noggin, you need to spend a little bit of money and get something where there was some engineering in the safety aspect. And there'll be some of that stuff down below in the description. Check that out. So that's one thing. Wind noise, it's a con for me. I still think it's a little bit noisier than some of the other helmets I've worn, but still, if you're used to wearing a half helmet, this is nothing, right? If you're used to wearing something that's super quiet and you have almost no sound inside the helmet, which I doubt, but some people will tell you they do. I think you're always gonna have some noise. Then this may not be what you're looking for, but so it's a little bit noisier. Sizing, like I said, sizing can be a little tricky. I made it work for me. If I didn't think about doing that whole taking the cheek pads out and putting the books on top of them, I probably would have sent it back and got an XXL. So if you know what you wear, I would probably go down that road instead of using the measurement chart, but that's up to you. Man, I'll tell you, I didn't deal with customer service. I did everything online, and I didn't have any problems. I ordered my helmet online. It was supposed to show up, I think it was 2 weeks, and it showed up a couple days early, so I was super pumped about that, right? Who doesn't like when they get something a little bit early? I think that's it, man. Man, it's really been a great helmet so far. Like I said, I got about 200 miles on this helmet, and I'm going to keep on riding and kind of see what else I like about it and what else I dislike about it. But so when I get into summer, I'll fill you all in the summertime. We're in February right now, getting ready to head into March in a few weeks. So as it warms up, I'll probably do another video when I do my ride down the Natchez Trace and kind of keep up on what that feels like. So, hey, that's all I've got for today, man. If you guys want more videos about helmets or there's other products you want to hear about, drop it in the comments below. Love to hear about it. But for now, we're going to stick with the Ruroc helmet. The other two helmets I have over there are going to stay on the shelf. Really pleased with it. So, hey, I hope this helped you guys. If it was useful information, subscribe, like it, throw a comment down below. If you know somebody that's looking to buy a helmet and this may be what they're looking for, I went with the Ruby on mine, carbon fiber. Share this video with them. Maybe it'll help them out too. But that's all I've got, man. I'm not going to hold you all up all day. Appreciate you guys. Ruroc, thanks for making a great helmet. And hey, y'all be safe on too.